Florissant Valley FPD is a sprawling district on the outskirts of St. Louis, Missouri. With 3 firehouses, they serve close to 80,000 residents. When the department was ready to purchase 3 new ambulances, Chief Medical Officer Mark Flauter put together a committee and the search process began.
One of the things that's important to me is proactivity and safety, not only for the patient, but for the providers as well.
The way that the product is built way exceeds any other company. So the way that your boxes are constructed, the area that we're from, the companies that we deal with are all built with plywood and they're heavy, and it was pretty much a no-brainer to go with a company like that.
We looked at multiple different companies. They brought out samples. We looked at other departments that are real close to us, and Demers just kept popping out above everybody else. It just looked awesome.
The first draw for us was the safety. They look like they're engineered well, and then like I said, when we researched it and found out how safe they were, it all kind of came together. So we could compare the interiors to other interiors in the patient compartment, and there were no parallels there whatsoever. This is far superior to anything we were able to look at otherwise.
With the decision made, the committee members traveled to Demers headquarters. There, with the guidance of Demers' skilled and experienced engineers, they embarked on the design of their 3 new ambulances.
The hospitality up here is incredible from the company. We went through with many different piece by piece, line by line with our ambulances. I know, other people at our department that have built ambulances in the past. That's where they were kind of upset that they didn't get to do that. They didn't have the opportunity. There was no decision made without us being informed of it, and that was really huge for us.
I couldn't have planned it any better. The focus that they put on every little detail, making sure that everything is correct and the way the customer wants it.
It's an impressive operation. We were treated very well and got to see it from start to finish, and that's important. We got a tour first, and then we sat down with Yannick, with the engineers, and with John, and went over absolutely everything on the ambulance, things I never even thought about that will make it a better vehicle day to day.
You actually showed us the ins and outs of your factory, how you guys do things, the way that you guys do things. It's not, oh, we're just a company, we're here to make money. It was showing the importance of why you're doing it, the Demers name, and why it's your guys' quality and what you guys are representing.
5 months later, feeling excited and confident, the Florissant Valley FPD committee returned to Demers headquarters to see their new ambulances, pool tested beyond required standards and loaded with safety features like mobility track seating.
I think everything that we tried to incorporate, everything that we put on paper, I think we're seeing in the flesh, so to speak, today. They've turned out much better than I could have possibly imagined. I think they've turned out better than anyone on the committee could have imagined. They made a fantastic truck.
There's, I think, probably about 47 departments around us that use the ambulance as well. So we're going to show it off, and we will be very proud.
This isn't something that typically I would get too excited about, but when I saw them pull up, they're beautiful. They're everything I expected and more.
We saw pictures the entire time, but once you finally see them, you're like, oh my gosh, that's our truck. That's unreal.
No sooner were the ambulances delivered than they were put to the test. After 10 days in service, we caught up with the Florissant Valley FPD team to see what impact the setup and ergonomic features like the mobility track sliding seats were having on safety and patient care.
It's a huge difference from what we're used to in our old ambulances. The overall setup of them, it's very convenient. The mobility seat, it works out. The way that we have set them up is we have everything we need right next to the mobility seat. On one side we have our IV setups and oxygen and medications, and on the other side we have more medications and some more oxygen supplies. So everything that we may need is right there, and our monitor is directly across from the patient, so we put the patient on the monitor prior to leaving, and we have no reason to get up, and we're belted in throughout the way to the hospital. And with the 45 at the room and then our current ambulances, there's much more than what we had. But the mobility seat with that 45-degree angle, that's pretty much the popular way now. So everyone's sitting facing forward, and we're able to communicate with the patient as well.
All around, it's top notch. Safety-wise, the sheer volume, the built, and the quality of the cabinets, that was a big concern of mine when we were looking at it, was cabinets falling off. We see reports and studies of how cabinets are just screwed in with wood and not mounted totally correct. These ones are phenomenal. The comfort, the ease, the maneuverability of around the patient is great, But the safety is not only for us, but it's also for the patient themselves. It's nice to know that we're covered just as much as the patient's covered for safety.
I'm sure your goal is for us to not look off the road when we're driving now. I mean, I'm looking straight ahead and the siren is right next to the steering wheel, and that's perfect. Your lights are right there. Everything that we need is right there. We don't have to look down like we used to. So it really is, it's working out.
We've got patients that have talked about how nice and how comfortable. I'm excited because we can't prevent accidents from happening. There's going to be a broken hip, a broken leg, some type of injury any type of movement's going to be worse on that patient. We already know that these rides are going to be so much more comfortable. It's going to be providing better patient care for these people.
I feel great. I feel great knowing that they're going to be in a quality ambulance, a quality designed by a company that has in Demers a strong commitment to safety and just building a better product and forward thinking in the industry, knowing where the industry is headed and already taking steps to get in that direction and leaving others in the dust, so to speak.
I'm going to be working this truck for the next 10 years and I'm going to look forward to it.
In the beginning, one Missouri fire district set out on a journey to secure 3 high-quality, supremely safe and ergonomic ambulances. Today, they've arrived at that goal, thrilled at the performance and high level of patient care they are now able to deliver. The Florissant Valley FPD took the road to Demers and had an incredible ride. Now, it's your turn. Give us a call at 1-800-363-7591 to start your journey today.